How is it going, everyone? Welcome to Comicstube YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review the complete story of DC vs Vampires. Created by Matthew Rosenberg, James Tynion IV, and Otto Smith, this story takes place in an alternate universe where the vampires have overtaken the whole world and infect some major DC heroes and villains to conquer the Earth. It all started with Andrew Bennett, also known as the Eye Vampire. He is basically the Blade from Marvel Universe who hunts other vampires, and this time he finds that the Queen of the Vampires, Blood Mary, is dead, and the whole vampire nation is making a plan to darken the whole sky, and they target some major superheroes and villains to achieve their goal. So while finding the killer, it leads him to the Legions of Doom, where he discovers that the whole legions are slaughtered, and there he finds a dying Lex Luthor who gives Andrew a vial of his blood and tells him that it has the property to kill any vampires, and after that Lex then requests to be killed as he is in no shape to escape this hell. After ending Lex's life, Andrew then quickly rushes towards the Hall of Justice to inform this situation, but on his way, he gets hit by a car, and as he becomes exposed into the sunlight, the sun rays begin to kill him. Fortunately, Green Lantern Hal Jordan saves him and brings him inside the Hall of Justice. And there, Andrew tells the whole story to Hal and Zan of the Wonder Twins, but soon it reveals that Hal Jordan is a vampire playing a double agent inside the Justice League, and when Andrew and Zan discover him, Hal kills Andrew with his power ring, and then he captures Zan inside a giant blender and turns him into smoothie and drinks him. After that, Hal begins his journey to infect the League members, and it starts with Barry Allen as he invites Barry into a remote pitch to discuss on something, but then Hal reveals his true nature. He captures Barry and explains that Barry's metabolism and speed is a liability to the vampires, so ultimately Hal snaps Barry's neck and kills his best friend. And after that, he infects the Princess of Themyscira, Wonderwoman, and to make their plan work, both Hal and Diana then frame Batman for the murder of Barry in front of the League members. Meanwhile, Batman gets the vial of Lex's blood from Andrew as before going to the Hall of Justice and to deliver the vial to Alfred. And while he is doing the research, Batman gets confronted by Green Arrow as he believes that Batman is the mastermind of this vampire attack. But after a long fight, they both come to realize that they are not infected. So together, they jump into action to take down the vampire nation. Unfortunately, the heroes get confronted by the League members as they came here to capture Batman for the murder of Barry Allen. So as the two heroes have no time to think if the Leaguers are infected or not, they charge against them. With their combat skills and tactics, they manage to defeat all of them. But then, Hal and Diana reveal their true nature as the vampires, and they brutalize both Oliver and Bruce, and in front of them, Diana then bites Hawkgirl and converts her into one of them. And as the vampire Diana is about to take Batman's life, the Bat Family appears to save Batman and the heroes, and as there is no other options left, the heroes escape the Batcave by burning down the whole Wayne Manor. But the situation becomes worse as they leave the weakened Superman to the mercy of the vampires. They infect the Man of Steel. The beaten up Bat family then arrive into a hideout, and there they devise a plan to take down the vampires. And soon, the vampire Hal and Diana break into their hideout. But this time, the heroes are prepared and they jump on the vampires to end their life. During the fight, they manage to capture Diana, and Oliver kills Hal by entering a wooden spike into his chest. Meanwhile, Batgirl and the Suicide Squad raid a warehouse, and after killing a bunch of vampires, they find the dead body of Joker. Seeing that, Barbara quickly contacts Bruce and informs him the whole situation, and she also explains that they believed Joker was the Vampire King, but they were wrong. the real culprit is one of the Bat family members. But before Batman can realize the upcoming danger, Nightwing appears behind him and impales his chest with his bare hand and murders him in front of the other heroes. And it seems that Nightwing is the Vampire King. As this happens, the enraged Bat family members then jump on Nightwing, but he quickly takes them down. He kills Jim Drake, infects Damian, and after that, Jason Todd, the Red Hood, jumps on Nightwing and gives the survivors enough time to escape. But soon, Jason also lost the fight, and as Diana attempts to bite him, Jason requests Green Arrow to kill him. As a result, a flying arrow takes Jason's life, and the survivors manage to escape the vampires. Now, as Nightwing and his vampire allies have killed Batman, they begin their journey to conquer the whole world. They block the sunlight from entering into Earth, and they start to slaughter the heroes who resist the Vampire Nation and converting the remaining ones into vampires. They murder many heroes, including Superboy, Connor Kent, Peacemaker, Adam Strange, Director Bones, and many more. So now, to save the world from the vampires, the surviving heroes then divide into 3 groups. The first team, led by Batgirl and the Birds of Prey, and their mission is to kill Nightwing. But before that, Batgirl rescues Harley Quinn from Hugo Strange, as Harley injected herself with Lex's blood that can kill any vampires, and together, the heroes go on a mission to bring down the Vampire Nation. The second team consists of Green Arrow, Swamp Thing, and the Grifter, and their mission is to rescue the humans from the Blood Farm and kill the farm's in charge, the Vampire Hawkman. And when Hawkman ends up coming to kill Oliver, he impales Hawkman with his wooden arrows, but those arrows are basically the extant parts of Swamp Thing, and it quickly takes away Hawkman's life. And the third team is led by Supergirl, and this team objective is to get Supergirl to Australia to get her powers back. But on their way, the heroes get confronted by vampire Atlanteans and their king, Aquaman. So Mira engages with Aquaman and gives the heroes time to escape. After some time, the heroes meet with Lobo, and together they raid into a spaceship that can bring Supergirl into the space, and she can regain her powers back to fight the vampires. But on their way, the heroes get confronted by the vampire, Martian Manhunter, and Miss Martian. However, Supergirl manages to enter into a spaceship, but on its way into the space, the ship gets exploded. Right at that time, an astral image of Constantine shows up in that place and commands Mary Marvel and Captain Cold to rescue Supergirl. Mary quickly brings Supergirl out of the explosion, and it seems that she is barely alive. So Constantine quickly commands Nerd to open a patch of sunlight with his cold gun, and as he does that, the sun rays hit Supergirl, and as the vampire Martians are about to kill the heroes, Supergirl gets her power back and burns Martian Manhunter into dust, and after that, she quickly heads towards the Vampire Nation to end their existence. And finally, this DC vs Vampires end with Batgirl and her team as they manage to enter into the Gotham City to bring down the Vampire Kingdom and kill their leader, Nightwing. And with the help of UV lights, bat signals, the heroes start to clear their paths, and by sacrificing lots of their friends, Barbara and Harley finally enter into Nightwing's castle. But before the heroes can take any actions, Nightwing begins to manipulate Barbara and convinces her that if anyone can fix this world, it's Barbara, because she is the one who can help him to build a world where vampires and humans can all coexist. As no other choice left, Barbara accepts his offer and allows Dick to convert her into a vampire. And then the vampire Batgirl tells Nightwing to eat Harley. So Nightwing proceeds, and as he takes a bite of her, his whole body starts to burn, as it was Barbara's plan from the start, as she knew she could not kill Nightwing with her bare hands. So she devised this plan to end the king's life. And now, as Batgirl has become the queen of the Vampire Nation, she declares the war is over as the remaining survivors have lost. So there is no point to continue this fight. But the ending of the DC vs Vampires sets a sequel, as Supergirl is still alive and she is working on a mission to bring down the vampire nation, and also the vampire Damian Wayne, who has to finish his father's mission and end the vampire threat. There is also a mini-series of DC vs Vampires All Out War. You can check that out on this playlist. So which part you like the most? Please share your thoughts on the comment section down below, and also please subscribe, as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.